back and forth on Twitter.
They're on the same level, they can do that, so.
The words landed like a gut punch. Dan Hooker, in a furious social media retort to Paddy Pimblett, dropped a name that instantly froze the entire MMA world. R.I.P. Rick. This wasn't just trash talk. It was a deeply personal, unsettling jab invoking the memory of someone close to Paddy, who tragically passed away in 2022. This single phrase transformed a heated rivalry into a profoundly personal and potentially irreparable conflict, signaling that the gloves were truly off in a way nobody anticipated, captivating fans and raising questions about fight promotion boundaries.
I don't want anyone to mention anything about my family, so I'd never do it about anyone else. It's not what we do. We're fighters. We say what we want about each other. Say anything about me, I'll say anything about him. But don't mention families, you know, that's below the belt. And I wish him nothing but the best with it, lad. I hope it all gets resolved. I hope it all gets resolved and he gets to see his childhood. That's the main thing. But for now, I'm fighting for the world title. He's sitting on the sideline, so when I win this belt, I'm the champ. Don't care if it says interim on it. When I win this belt, I'm the champ, and if he's not back by June, July, he best have to vacate or get stripped, and I am the champ.
The feud between Paddy Pimblett and Dan Hooker has exploded into an all-out social media war, with both fighters exchanging sharp verbal attacks. What started as typical fight promotion quickly turned personal, transcending mere athletic rivalry. Their aggressive exchanges even caught the attention of top contenders like Arman Tsarukyan, adding new drama. This isn't just about a fight anymore, it's a battle of words, pride, and perceived disrespect, setting the stage for an explosive confrontation.
Ain't said when we were face to face, bitch. I thought we were mates, but you're not a very good mate, are you, Paddy? R.I.P. Rick.
Paddy Pimblett retorts to Dan Hooker. The catalyst was Paddy Pimblett's contentious quip, where he went too far making a dig about Dan Hooker's grappling capabilities. What was meant as jousting rapidly transformed into a statement many believed crossed an excessive line, shifting focus from combat skills to specific personal language. This off-the-cuff remark sparked instant criticism and directly fueled Hooker's furious, deeply personal response. It demonstrated how quickly words can ignite a powder keg of resentment, pushing the rivalry into an uncomfortable new realm.
Dan Hooker, there's a little conflict going around with Dan Hooker and Paddy Pimblett. I was wondering if you were able to, see it or what you thought about it.
I didn't see what they're doing.
Just going back and forth on Twitter.
They're on the same level, they can do that, so. Trash cans.
Hooker retaliated furiously, making it plain he viewed Paddy's remark as a grave boundary being crossed. His reply showed no humor or hesitation, revealing the situation had grown intensely personal, far beyond mere online talk. This was a visceral reaction from a fighter feeling profoundly disrespected. Hooker's unvarnished response signaled the polite pre-fight pleasantries were over, pushing the rivalry into a serious, emotionally charged conflict. The stakes had just been raised significantly.
I'm gonna say he has no grappling. He trains with the guys. He never compete even the high level. He never compete in jiu-jitsu or grappling. I saw him. He had a fight, grappling fight, and he tapped or he lost. So he's a trash can in the grappling and the wrestling.
Fans quickly labeled Paddy Pimblett a hypocrite. In the same interview targeting Hooker, Paddy declined commenting on Ilia Topuria's family, stating certain boundaries he wouldn't cross. He stressed that while rivals battle, private family matters must remain off limits. I don't want anyone to mention anything about my family, so I'd never do it about anyone else. Pimblett stated. This contradiction fueled fan backlash, highlighting a perceived double standard that inflamed the volatile situation.
He's been grappling a lot. I know you don't want to talk about him, but how do you feel about his, his grappling tournaments?
Lad, I heard he nearly got strangled by what's his name?
Sharon Magomedov.
Yeah, he nearly got strangled by him, and he can't grapple to save his life either. He's a striker, and he nearly got strangled by him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you ever got any interest of taking those sort of exhibition type things? You know, RAF have got this kind of like grappling thing. Is there ever been like a reach out for like a let's do a grappling match for Pimblett, or is that?
I don't know. Before I was in the UFC years ago, when I was coming back from an injury, I done Polaris one time against Stevie Ray. He caught me in a leg lock. That's like the only one I've done in the past 10 years or something like that. I used to do grappling competitions all the time when I was younger and stuff like that, but obviously I'm focused on fighting now. I don't, like, he can go off and do all these other things if he wants, lad, but hopefully he takes his neck doing them.
Okay.
Paddy Pimblett quickly retorted to Dan Hooker, calling his response utterly excessive. He emphasized Hooker amplified a basic grappling quip, escalating it to reference a friend who tragically passed away. Paddy views this as an unacceptable boundary breach, retaliating fiercely while discrediting Hooker's abilities. You turned poor grappling into trash talk concerning my friend who ended his own life. That's now utterly deplorable, Paddy stated. This cemented the rivalry as deeply personal and intensely hostile, with no de-escalation in sight. Based on
So what about this fucking Armin fella, dude? What we saying, this posh cunt?
Fuck him. Simple as, lad. I'm getting sick of getting asked about him when people talking about him. Oh, he should be in this interim title fight. He shouldn't fucking headbutt people at weigh-ins then, should he? Rather than punch fans on us when he's walking out, lad, and pull out a title fight the night before. So as far as I'm concerned, lad, he can eat shit, lad, and fucking, as Dana said, he can get back to the drawing board.
Nice. Get that one out of the way early on Armin Tsarukyan. He could have been in the mix for this fight, but I just feel like there's a lot of ulterior factors that people aren't considering other than just his recent win over Dan Hooker. I know he's a top contender, but there's a whole lot that he's done wrong before, and this is the big Paramount debut.
And lad, people are saying, like, just engage. He's older than that, lad. He's 2 years older than Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker's like 2 years younger than him. Dan Hooker can't. Dan Hooker couldn't grapple a fucking rapist off his man.
Armintas Tsarukyan, a top lightweight, largely dismissed the Pimblett-Hooker digital exchange. He indicated he perceives neither as superior, minimizing the dispute. Armin stated, I didn't see what they're doing, just going back and forth on Twitter. They're on the same level they can do that. Trash Canes. Tsarukyan's nonchalant attitude suggests to some, this public feud is mere immature bickering, unworthy of serious attention, despite its intense personal nature.
I'm not one of these fans, but some fans thought Arman should have been the one to get a 155 title pound shot.
We knew that would happen too.
Of course. Did the headbutt play any factor in the decision to not go with him? It did, right?
A lot of things have factored in, you know. Yes.
Tsarukyan directly targeted Paddy Pimblett's ground game, questioning his grappling threat. He disregarded Paddy's standing, noting his avoidance of top opponents. Armin stated, I'm gonna say he has no grappling. He never competes in jiu-jitsu or grappling. I saw him, he had a grappling fight and he tapped or lost. So he's trash can in the grappling and the wrestling. This unfiltered assessment from a peer adds significant weight to questions about Paddy's overall skill set. Journey.
I think it was in LA. You were gonna fight Islam, you messed up your back. What's the recovery been, you know, for, you know, and like what happened? How did you get injured in your back before the fight versus Islam?
So I did the MRI after the fight, and it shows like I don't know how to explain in English, but I have a grisha. No.
Translate. Let's see. Hernia.
So I have that thing.
Okay.
And I may need surgery, I may not. So we'll see if it's gonna bother me again. I gotta do surgery.
Gotta remove the hernia.
Yeah, remove it.
Gotcha.
So,
was it pretty painful?
Yeah, my back was stuck. You know, and then in 2-3 weeks I started moving, running. You know.
That's good. That's good.
Paddy Pimblett quickly turned the tables, criticizing Armin Tsarukyan's grappling prowess and challenging his ground control. He minimized Armin's achievements beyond MMA, emphasizing his own focus on combat. Paddy portrayed Armin's outside grappling as a needless danger, highlighting an incident where Armin nearly got strangled by Shura Magomedov and claiming he can't grapple to save his life either. This shows no love lost, intensifying their personal rivalry.
Topuria and Islam, Topuria has no chance. Whatever. You think Topuria can beat Islam?
Yeah.
Bro, you
no, at 170 no.
Bro,
at 170 no. At 155
bro,
yes.
You like working in interview guy. You know shit about MMA.
I do. There's no way Ilya Topuria can't.
What's good, bro?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, 165.
No. It's 170 as well.
Islam fighting 170, he's not 155 fighter.
Yeah, that's why I said at 170 I don't think so, but it's close. But at 155 I think Ilya can beat Makhachev, yeah. Very good. No.
He has just boxing, that's it.
He has grappling too.
Where?
He submitted Bryce Mitchell.
Arman Tazarukian clarified his stance on being the backup for the Paddy versus Justin fight. He won't cut weight without true purpose. Despite widespread talk, the UFC never made official contact. Without that call, he saw no point in draining himself for cash or speculation, especially after a previous experience. I would cut my weight just for money because it's hard, but they didn't ask, he stated, underlining the physical toll and need for a real incentive.
155 pounds. I don't see anyone beating Ilya Topuria. I just don't. Not Paddy, not Justin. Yeah, all right, there's Arman Tsarukyan out there, and he's the dark horse. Obviously, Paddy and Justin are fighting for the interim title. That's an interesting fight because Justin, better boxer, better wrestling, never uses the wrestling. Even if he did use the wrestling, you wouldn't really want to take Paddy Pimblett down. Paddy's a lot younger, a lot less miles on the clock, a lot less wear and tear. I'm kind of early leaning towards Paddy Pimblett in that fight. But who's the undisputed champ at the end of 2026? So yeah, 2026, Topuria will still be the champ. Yeah, there's Arman Tsarukyan out there, but I don't think that fight will materialize just yet.
Paddy Pimblett unleashed a scathing attack, blaming Arman Tsarukyan for his current title dilemma. Paddy exposed Arman's weigh-in antics and last-minute withdrawals, stating he shouldn't be considered for an interim title fight. What about this fella, dude? We shouldn't put an ep up people at weigh-in then? Paddy exclaimed. He suggested Arman's prior behavior disqualified him from serious contention, expressing deep frustration with Tsarukyan's past actions.
What he's saying is like, whatever he's dreaming and thinking, you know, all power to him. We're ready for everything, and we did not go into this fight thinking it's going to be just a striking fight at all. Like, Justin has spent so much time. That's probably the proudest thing I am with Justin, is the amount of time that he's put into his grappling, because his wrestling is so high level. But it's more of the offensive and positional type of fighting. You know, for so long, I remember when we got stopped by Oliveira and I had to have a conversation with everybody on the team, like, hey, Justin is a high level guy, one of the best scramblers out there. We got some of the best slams out there, the Rampage Jackson type of slams. We're offensive. Justin's style is offensive, and to be a champion, you push people back. You have to put people on their heels. I look at this as when we had the Oliveira fight, we were defensive. We were like, don't get in this position. How do you get out of this position? You can't win fights like that. And you have to win offensively.
Dana White confirmed Arman Tsarukyan's infamous weigh-in headbutt to Dan Hooker significantly impacted his career. White explicitly stated this controversial event contributed to Tsarukyan missing a coveted UFC title shot, highlighting how actions outside the octagon bring serious consequences. Did the headbutt play any factor? It did, right? A lot of things have been factored in, White admitted. This underscores that fighter conduct directly affects their path to championship gold.
Those guys that when you grapple with him, his ground and pound is so unique. So unique. He hits people with punches at different angles on the ground that are so effective. And it's top game. Like, how do you know your top game, and how do you know that? Like, Paddy, I think, is very good when it comes to you know, dragging people to the floor. I don't think Paddy's a great wrestler. You know, I don't think he's going to go out there and take Justin down. Obviously, he could slip on the mats. He can time something really good where the hips are up. But I don't see Paddy taking him down.
Arman Tsarukyan finally broke his silence on his UFC 311 withdrawal from the Islam Makhachev clash, disclosing a hernia as the undeniable medical cause. Despite this legitimate health issue, he still received considerable criticism for skipping the match and confronts the repercussions of that choice, illustrating how one absence deeply affects a competitor's journey. I did the MRI right. I have a good reason, hernia. So I have nothing, and I may need Sarja, he explained, revealing the debilitating pain and potential need for surgery.
You're going to get this one done.
I think I finish him wherever the fight goes, to be honest. Obviously, I know we can bang, but every fight we get a breakdown made of our opponent, and it actually shocks me how much he gets hit. And I know he takes one to give one, but you can't really just do that at this level. That's why he's lost to people like Eddie Alvarez, Dustin Poirier, Charles, because you can't just take one to give one, and I'm not going to just be standing there to let him hit me back, you know what I mean? So, be using me range, keeping him on the outside, and I've got a feeling I'm going to knock him out, to be honest. I don't know what it is, I've just got a sneaky suspicion I'm going to knock him out. You know, I've been doing a lot of rounds with Luke Riley for this camp, and Luke's got much better technical striking than Justin Gaethje, and I'm having a lot of success sparring with Luke. And obviously one of my coaches, Ellis, who used to fight himself, he's the exact same build as Justin. He's 5'10" with a 70-inch reach, and I've been doing rounds with him. He's literally, because he doesn't fight anymore, lad, and he's just a coach, he's just done Justin's style for me. He hasn't got his own style, he's been doing Justin for me, and just the bits what we're working, I can see me knocking him out or dropping him and then submitting him. People are going on about his takedown defense, but if I want to take him down, I will take him down, lad. Simple as.
Paddy Arman Tadzarukian argued fiercely with an MMA expert about Ilia Topuria's chances against Islam Makhachev. When the pundit suggested Topuria might contend at 105, Arman sharply dismissed it, claiming the analyst lacked sufficient understanding. Bro, you know, I wanna take that. I'm 17. You know, I want to be 5 years. I'm working in the ink of your guy, Arman shot back, asserting his insider knowledge and firmly dismissing the expert's assessment of Topuria's chances.
At all. So, the fact that I've got Ellis playing Justin Gaethje for me, and then I've got Luke, who's a better, faster, more powerful technical striker than him, I think it all goes into my favour.
You got Luke Riley above Justin. You're rating him above Justin Gaethje in the striking department already in his career, you reckon?
Yeah. Luke Riley's been fighting Thai in Thailand since he was 8 years old, lad. You know what I mean? When Justin Gaethje was wrestling, lad, Luke was fighting Thai and then doing amateur boxing, and Luke's striking is a class above.
Former UFC champion Michael Bisping made a bold prediction. Ilia Topuria will maintain his championship through 2026, with no one currently able to unseat him. He observed Arman Tadzarukian as a dog, but doesn't anticipate a clash soon, leaving Topuria unchallenged. I don't see anyone beating Ilia Topuria. I just doubt not Paddy, not Justin. Bisping stated, shutting down immediate prospects for other contenders to dethrone El Matador anytime soon.
Afraid to speak it out loud. Like, this is our last run. Like, Justin's not. If we don't win this fight, we're not going on. Like, we're not going to go out there and be a gatekeeper and look at money fights and shit like that. It's you know, he's a goal setter. And his mentality, just like he finished up, I don't know if you watched that video, might as well go watch it if you haven't. We're in his house and the family's having a dinner, and you know, I have that true talk, and I'm talking to his family, I'm not talking to him. And you know, it's the way he ends it, he's like, it's not over, coach. So that's the key to Justin. Justin is very unique. He would fight over and over and over, but he knows he's got to be there for the family. He's got to be smart and take care of his health. And but we win this belt, my shoot to the moon type of goal would be, let's go out there and repeat defenses. Obviously, this is an interim title fight, so we're not the champ yet, so we'd have to go win that belt.
Coach Trevor Whitman indicates Justin Gaethje plans to unveil a distinct ground dimension against Paddy Pimblett. He clarified the squad isn't viewing this solely as a striking contest, underscoring Gaethje's significant effort in wrestling and grappling. Whitman's emphasis now lies on proactive aggression, leveraging Justin's enhanced control and formidable ground and pound. We're ready for everything, and we did not go into this fight thing and it's going to be just a striking fight at all, Whitman revealed.
Oh man, more skilled, more experienced, I think better fighter all around, Justin Gaethje. But I also have been on record and said that Paddy Pimblett is better than a lot of people think he is. You know, because of his, you know, his haircut and the way he talks and the, you know, some of the, you know, the strength of schedule. People don't give him a lot of credit, but when I fought him in April in Miami, I'm not going to say that I was surprised, because I was expecting the best version of Paddy, but he's better than a lot of people give him credit for. He's got long reach, good kicks, pretty darn patient and composed in there. But Gaethje's a whole different animal. So if I had to bet, which I can't, but if I had to lean one direction, I'd go Justin Gaethje, interim champion, and then he beats Ilia Topuria later on this year.
Whitman detailed that grappling with Justin Gaethje carries specific risks, especially on the floor. He emphasized Gaethje's dominant top control and ground and pound excel through unique angles and pressure, making it difficult for adversaries to stabilize. While acknowledging Paddy Pimblett can bring fights to the canvas, Whitman definitively dismissed his wrestling, viewing Paddy as not a great wrestler. This challenges Pimblett's ground game significantly if the fight hits the mat. Paddy Pimblett is overflowing with belief before facing Justin Gaethje, asserting the bout won't reach a decision. He recognizes Gaethje's strengths, but identifies vulnerabilities, seeing himself achieving a decisive stoppage. "I think I finished him wherever the fight goes," Paddy declared, adding, "You can't really just do that. At this level, that's why he's lost." He even boasted, "I've just got a sneaky suspicion I'm gonna knock him out." This confidence is either prophetic or perilous. In an audacious claim, Paddy Pimblett asserts his teammate Luke Riley is a more complete striker than Justin Gaethje. He cites Riley's swiftness, power, and refined skill, noting Luke's Muay Thai training began at 8, long before Gaethje wrestled. Luke Riley has been fighting Thai in Thailand since he was 8 years old. Luke's cycling is a classable, Paddy stated. This bold claim about his team striking lineage has surely raised eyebrows throughout the MMA world, adding fuel to the fiery debate about his fighting capabilities. Trevor Whitman portrays UFC 324 as Justin Gaethje's pivotal, possibly final push for a UFC title. He clarified their objective isn't to linger for money fights or launch others, but to make one ultimate, serious run for championship gold. Whitman emphasizes dedicating all efforts, while also heeding Gaethje's long-term health and family duties. "This is our last run. If we don't win this fight, we're not going on," Whitman starkly admitted, revealing the profound stakes for Gaethje's storied career. Michael Chandler, an elite lightweight, favors Justin Gaethje over Paddy Pimblett. While acknowledging Paddy's talent, he views Gaethje as the better all-around combatant, citing more skill and experience. Chandler even forecasts Gaethje can defeat Ilia Topuria later this year, emphasizing his faith in Gaethje's full range of capabilities. Better fighter all around Justin Gaethje, he's better than a lot of people give him credit, but Gaethje is a whole different animal, Chandler declared, leaning heavily towards Gaethje. Dell, an MMA voice, offers thoughts on Paddy Pimblett versus Justin Gaethje. Hinting Paddy faces difficulty while avoiding deep strategy, Dell finds the pairing thrilling, admiring both. He suggested Gaethje might secure an early finish, building excitement for a gripping battle. Gaethje might secure an early end, Dell stated, echoing many who anticipate a violent, fast-paced finish in this high-stakes lightweight clash, emphasizing the captivating nature of this impending showdown between two explosive talents. From shocking personal attacks, leveraging tragic loss, to dismissive critiques of grappling prowess, to bold predictions and definitive last runs, the lightweight division is a cauldron of simmering tension. Every word, action, and revelation shapes the narrative leading into pivotal fights. It's a landscape where rivalries are deeply personal, careers hang in the balance, and even a weigh-in headbutt can derail a title shot. The fight game's true drama unfolds not just in the cage, but in the raw, unfiltered human reactions and ambitions defining these elite athletes.